Well, greetings, everyone. This is Rick Powers coming to you from my home office for Western Technical College. Math with Business Applications, week number 12. So, last time I had mentioned to you that interest and the use of interest in the economy, in business decisions, is important and makes a huge difference in people's lives, and that businesses can use it to have leverage. But there's an entire world of business in finance where people are using concepts of interest, investments, loans, and they're creating an entire industry of how to make money by just using pieces of paper where it says you owe somebody something, you can sell it and you can buy it, and then there's all kinds of processes that go on there. And some of you hopefully have been able to pick up on that from last week's material. The idea of a discounted note, that you have note, which is a promise to pay, and you can take it to a place and you can have it discounted. And so then the advantage for a business, such as these places which say 0% for 6 months or whatever, they can take these promises that people have made, they can sell those, they can take a bit of a loss on that process, but then they get their money and then they pass off the getting of the money to a different institution, a bank or a finance company or something. And so then you can have the wheels of business continuing as long as people trust each other and as long as people are able to make their payments enough of the time. Okay, you as a business person, you would build into your business model that some people might not pay for stuff, whether it's stealing or just they don't have any money, they have a crisis or whatever, and you have to take that into account. But then for a business, if they're able to hand off that process of trying to squeeze money out of somebody, if they're able to give that to somebody else, and then they don't have to worry about it, well, that could be kind of enticing. Unfortunately, though, the actual connection between a customer and a business helps customers feel connected, and then helps them to feel like they're dealing with somebody that they know. If all of a sudden, like this happened to me, you get a mortgage, and then all of a sudden you get a letter in the mail and says, your mortgage has been sold to somebody in Illinois. I don't know who these people are. They don't know who I am. But they have information about me, but I can't go talk to them face to face like I would a banker or a loan officer or something like that. So there's a lot about our economy that depends on people who trust other people, who have a good credit rating. There's an entire huge deal about that. And then there's also this concept of payday loans or title loans, car title loans, other kinds of things, where people say, I need the money now. Can I pay you in like 4 weeks or 2 months or something? And there are people out there who will say, yes, I will lend you this money. But then to have such a short time frame and to take on a lot of the risk of that kind of a thing, where you don't have someone with a lot of assets or a lot of history or a lot of ability to pay, but then you say, okay, I will charge you more, and then you can get this loan because you are in great need of it. And then the person giving out that line, they're taking more of a risk. So then they take more in terms of like a higher interest rate or whatever off of those kinds of people. That's very controversial. There's a lot of people out there who say, why do we have this predatory lending money and charging people more for it when they have a low amount of income? It's like you're raising the prices on people who can't afford to pay. Seems like a bad idea, right? But if you have a lot of people who are involved in this, and most of them do actually pay, then you're kind of getting ahead, but many of them may not. Then you have to build that into the business. And there are all kinds of issues there. We won't be able to get into them, but that's the mathematical process of what we're talking about here when you discount a note. And then there's also a mathematical thing called the effective interest rate, which is not really a big deal. It's in our textbook, and it's something that I think mathematically is good for you to know how it works. But many times there's not much difference between the actual interest rate and the effective interest rate. So if there's not that much difference, then why worry about it? But we'll do some of those. Some of those problems will be out there. All right, so best wishes on this week. Certainly there's plenty of information out there. I'm hoping that the videos and the notes are of help. And yeah, some of these issues are big social and economic issues. And so yeah, certainly I'd be happy to have a conversation about that with anyone. If you want to send me an email, or if you want to do a video chat, that'd be great. All right, best wishes on the week then.